Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience here at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also, tuning in to our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. Around this time of year, especially when we're going to have family and friends over, we may think about child-proofing our homes. But our next guest is going to talk to us about the importance of pet-proofing our home as well, especially when we have our furry friends around, making sure that they are safe no matter when it comes to eating or even just things that may be out. We're excited to welcome Dr. Emily Stefan to our program today. Dr. Stefan is a veterinarian at VCA Animal Hospitals. We'll talk to her about some things that maybe you didn't think about when it comes to keeping them safe and where you can go for more information. Dr. Stefan, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
This is such an interesting conversation, and it's one I don't think we think enough about, even though we should. As I mentioned, we're always thinking about the importance of child-proofing, but pet-proofing is definitely important. What are some simple tips, Dr. Stefan, that our audience can do to help keep our pets safe during the holiday season?
Yeah, so there's a lot of busyness around this time of year. It's a very exciting and sometimes stressful time of year for our pets. So we have to think about, their overall health in general. Oftentimes the stress and the excitement of this season can affect their digestive system. So I strongly recommend avoiding new treats and feeding table foods and things like that at this time of year. It's best to really stick with their regular diet. It can be tough because, there's a lot of gifts, a lot of new and delicious things in the house. And so I do recommend any new treats that they get this time of year. It's best to just wait until after the holidays are over, and then they can have their special treats after everything's sort of calmed down, settled down a bit.
That's a great tip for sure. So what about when it comes to decorating? You mentioned a lot of people will be doing that. Do you have any tips on how to decorate safely for our pets?
Yeah, so very similar to, baby-proofing the house. We want to try to keep these decorations out of their reach, out of the reach of our dogs and cats. They're very interested in everything new that's in the house. And there are a few things that can be very dangerous, especially if chewed on and swallowed. One of the biggest issues that we see this time of year is a lot of times people will have live trees in their home, and the water that is at the bottom of those trees is very interesting but can be very dangerous. Oftentimes there's chemicals or fertilizers from the tree that will get into that water and can really cause a lot of digestive upset in our pets. So we want to avoid that as much as possible, protect them from their own curiosity.
You know what? Again, that's something I think a lot of people don't think a lot. It makes a lot of sense, but we don't think enough about it. So you mentioned this can be an exciting and stressful time, Dr. Stefan. So what are some ways that our audience can keep their pets calm while guests are coming over and in the house?
Right. So every pet is a little bit different, and you know your pet best of how you think they'll react to people coming to visit. I do like to have a plan ahead of time. Some dogs prefer to be in another room when people come to visit. I do recommend avoiding that hustle and bustle at the front door as soon as people come in. My dogs, for example, get very excited when people come to visit, and so I have them go to the back door and they wait outside while everybody comes inside, gets settled down. We do all of the greeting and hugging, and then once everybody's sitting on the couch and more relaxed, then the dogs can come in and do their own meet and greet and get their treats and say hello to everybody. It's just much calmer.
Really great tips, Dr. Stefan. I'm so glad you could come on to talk to our audience about this. Where can they go for more information?
You can get a lot of information online. VCAhospitals.com is a great site that has a lot of really good information, even specific to this season. There's also, if any of your listeners are already clients of a VCA Animal Hospital, there's a fantastic app called My VCA, which they can download and get a lot of questions answered. Even 24 hours a day, you can text with a veterinary professional who can answer questions for you. Which is great.
That's awesome. And we'll make sure that we link that up for our audience. Again, everyone, Dr. Emily Stefan has been our guest, a veterinarian at VCA Animal Hospitals, helping you guys to pet-proof your home to make this time safe and still enjoyable. Dr. Stefan, thank you again for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Hey, thank you. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live, part of our Music and News segment here at WYAD. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live, and let's go make today amazing. Take care.